Line number 3, Amanda, you're on the air.
Hi, Patty. How are you?
Okay today. How about you?
Well, not too bad. I've been on once before. My name is Amanda Butcher, and I'm one of the ladies that was actually aboard the boat on Confederation Hill last week. And the first thing I wanted to say, Patty, is thank you. I know you've been taking some digs from people that you haven't been much reporting on us, but I'd like to put it out there to Newfoundland, Labrador, and anyone listening, that Patty Daly and VOCM have been pretty much our only source of mainstream media, and I want to say thank you personally, and I appreciate that.
No problem. I mean, it's an issue, and it's a topic that we should be discussing, so we'll try to do exactly that here. And insofar as the digs and the insults I get, I mean, if people only knew, I really couldn't care less, because sitting in this chair, if that's going to bother you day in and day out, then you should probably find something else to do for a living. So when people want to take a dig, fair enough.
Okay, so I do have many concerns and our problems at the moment, especially pertaining to our fishery. I want to save this for another day and concentrate today mostly on why we were on the hill and why we chose Margowan. If I could get just a few minutes of your time to explain in a brief summary, then I'll gladly answer any questions, if any, you have on the topic.
Well, there's only a few minutes left, so I'll give you the floor.
Okay, Darryl, thank you. After nearly 2 years of being ignored by our government and most mainstream media outlets, we had to use our imagination to try and get some attention. We came up with the Margowan and named her in honor of my mother, a fisherman out of Placentia Bay, for 30 years. We got her license, we got a trailer, we got her license, we got the boat, we bolted her onto the cradle, we bolted the cradle onto the boat, we wrapped it in 3 ratchet straps. She was really secure. The first night we parked out in front of the Confederation building, taking up 4 spots. We were told this was not allowed, and they towed our boat and impounded her. In the morning, we got to Margowan and went back to the hill and removed what we thought was the issue the day before, the 4 parking spots. So this time, we went to the very end of the parking lot next to some equipment, and we only occupied 1 spot. We had an Indigenous member with us engaged in ceremony. We even put up signs to say we were in ceremony. We were glad to talk when ceremony was over. Because we refused to break ceremony until the member was finished, we were put in handcuffs, charged, and the Margowan seized. Now, in my opinion, this was a blatant show of power by our government. I do not blame the police officers. They're just doing their job. I do not blame the tow truck company. They're just doing their job. I do, however, blame our government. I blame head of security, Confederation building. I blame our MPs for not representing us like they should and forcing us to be our own voice. And I blame Fred Hutton, because with this new structure law, he is the one who could have given us permission to be there. I watched that man stand in the house and give a speech about wanting to be a voice for the people moments after he had us told. And we've asked questions upon questions, can't get very many answers. We are forced to try to do our own research, then we're accused of being misinformed. We get very few to listen to us or even pay attention. I mean, there was 3 women in a boat surrounded by the police on Confederation Hill, and NTV and CBC walked by us every day and never took a second look. What do we have to do to get taken seriously and to get heard? Why should we have gotten arrested over just coming out and talking to us? What are they afraid of? And it doesn't matter what proof we come up with or what we say. Myself and Brenda went one morning early last week to pass out letters to MPs on their way to work, explaining why we were in front of their building all week. Some took the letters, some engaged in conversation, and some literally laughed in our faces. If they went in the house that evening and watched Mr. Parsons take that letter and tell the public that we are scaring people into believing their health is at risk, this project's go ahead, while completely ignoring Christine's Burke section of the newsletter explaining how her health and her community's health and water has been affected. It doesn't seem to matter what we do, we get labeled as liars, misinformed, and accused of scaring the public.
And Amanda, I'm not jumping in because of that. I'm jumping in because it's actually 12 o'clock on the dot, which means I have to go, but I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. All right, good show today. Big thanks to all hands, and we will indeed pick up this conversation again tomorrow morning.